Namaskaram everyone. Welcome back to another mathematics webinar in continuation to permutations and combinations. Students, today we are going to have the last session on combinations. You already know that PGT Mathematics from Kandukur Mandal, Mr. Sheikh Mir Muhyiddin sir has already taught you two lectures, two sessions. Now he is here to present the final session in the chapter permutations and combinations. Over to you, Muhyiddin sir.
Okay, thank you, madam. So today we are going to learn combinations. In our first two sessions regarding permutations, we have learned so linear permutation and also applications of permutations. So now in this section, we are going to learn combinations. Today's topics are: one is definition of combination. Next, proving NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to N plus 1 CR. This is one formula. Application. So next, finding number of positive divisors. So today we are going to learn these topics: definition of combination and proving the one theorem NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to N plus 1 CR, and applications of combinations and finding number of positive divisors. So before going to our topics, as usual, our brain teaser, today's question is find the number of ways in which 4 letters can be put in 4 addressed envelopes so that exactly 1 letter goes into the envelope not meant for it. Once again the question, find the number of ways in which 4 letters can be put in 4 addressed envelopes so that exactly 1 letter goes into the envelope not meant for it. Its meaning is not the correct one, not the correct envelope. Next. Selecting some or all of them is called combination. From a given set of objects or elements, selecting some or all of them is called combination. So permutation meaning is what? Only arrangement. But here combination means selecting the objects. Combination only selection. There's no importance to the order. So whatever the order it is, it will not be considered. Only selection will be considered. The number of combinations of n dissimilar things taken or at a time is denoted by NCR. Here n indicates number of given things. Here r indicates out of the given n things, selecting all things. Here c means combination. We use the r. Take an example. Let ABC be 3 things. Number of ways of selecting 2 things out of 3 things is A, B, B, C, C, A. That is 3 ways. It is denoted by 3C2. Here 3 indicates number of given things A, B, C. Here 2 indicates out of 3 we are selecting 2 at a time. That is A, B, B, C, C, A. So 3C2 meaning out of 3 things selecting 2 things. Here C indicates combination. Combination means selection of objects, selection of things. So now, but each selection AB can be arranged as AB comma BA. BC can be arranged as BC comma CA. CA can be arranged as CA comma AC. So total here number of ways of arranging these are 2 factorial into 3C2. That is total number of ways of arranging 2 things out of 3 things is 3C2 into 2 factorial. But actually the arrangement in the permutation, what we have learned, number of ways of arranging 2 things out of 3 things is 3P2. So 3P2 is equal to 3C2 into 2 factorial. So now in general, instead of this 3P2 out of 3 things, by taking 2 things we have done here, in general out of n given different things, by taking all different things and arranging is NPR is equal to NCR into R factorial. Here 2 factorial in the place of 2 factorial, R factorial factorial. Here NPR place 3P2 in the place of 3P2 generalization. In general, out of three things, in this example, we took only three things. Out of n things, by taking two things means NP2. By taking R things means NPR. So like that, NPR is equal to NCR into R factorial. So from this, we can write NCR formula as NPR by R factorial. So NPR divided by R factorial. In already permutations, we have learned NPR formula, that is N factorial divided by N minus R factorial. Extra here only R factorial in the denominator. So NCR formula N factorial divided by N minus R factorial into R factorial. Now in the place of R, if you put 0, you'll get NC0. NC0 value N factorial divided by N minus 0 factorial into 0 factorial. Because in the place of R, we put 0. So now N minus 0 factorial value is N factorial. 0 factorial value already we know that is 1. So N factorial divided by N factorial is equal to 1. Now NC1, NCN if you take, NCN is equal to N factorial divided by N minus N factorial into N factorial. That is equal to N factorial divided by N factorial, because here N minus N factorial value is 0 factorial. 0 factorial value already we know that is 1. So N factorial by N factorial, that is equal to 1. What does it mean? Out of given n things, selecting all n things is equal to 1. Here out of n things, selecting 0 things is equal to 1, NC0. So now find the values of 9C3 and 10C4. Just the application of this NCR formula. NCR formula, what we have learned, N factorial by N minus R factorial into R factorial. Using that formula and simplifying these values. Here 9C3 given. 9 factorial divided by 9 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. So 9 minus 3 factorial value is 6 factorial. So 9 factorial divided by 6 factorial into 3 factorial. That is equal to 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. Already this regarding this factorial we have learned in our first lecture. So 6 factorial and 6 factorial will get cancelled. So remaining 3 factorial value 3 into 2 into 1. So 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 3 into 2. Its value is 84. Now 10C4 value. 10C4 is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. 4 times in the decreasing order, and denominator just for factorial value if you write, you'll get the answer. Similar way in a 9C3, after simplification what we got, 9 into 8 into 7 3 times in the decreasing order because of 9C3. Denominator 3 into 2 into 1. Similar way, directly also we can write 10C4, 4 times in decreasing order, 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, 4 factorial. Its value is 210. Next, one more question. If set A has 10 elements, find the number of subsets of A containing 8 elements. Here, a set A has how many elements are there? 10 elements are there. So number of subsets of A containing 10 elements. So out of 10 elements, you have to select 8 elements here. So number of subsets is asking how many elements containing 8 elements. So out of 10 elements, you have to select 8 elements. How many ways we can select? 10C8 ways. So out of 10 elements, we are selecting because number of subsets containing 8 elements. Sometimes the question will be asked like this, at least 8 elements. At least 8 elements means the set containing 8 elements or 9 elements or 10 elements. So all the 3 cases you have to write. Here exactly only 8 elements given. That's why directly 10C8 ways. Next, one more question. If NC4 is equal to 210, then find N value. So this is the using application of this formula. Which formula? NCR is equal to N factorial divided by N minus R factorial into R factorial. Using that formula, NC4 here, N factorial divided by N minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial. So N factorial can be written as N into N minus 1 into N minus 2 into N minus 3 into N minus 4 factorial. up to n minus 4 factorial. Why I took? Because denominator contains n minus 4 factorial. So numerator and denominator both will get cancelled. For that purpose, I took up to n minus 4 factorial. So if these two will get cancelled and remaining part is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. This 4 factorial, if you bring that side, right hand side, 4 factorial value, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, that is 24. So now n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 is equal to 210 into 24. So right hand side 210, I'm writing 7 into 30. 7 3s are 21. So 7 30s are 210. So 24 again, 3 8s are 24. Next 30 again, 3 10s are 30. I'm writing 3 into 10. In the next step, this 3 into 3 is 9. 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 I'll write, because left hand side 4 consecutive factors are there. N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. So right hand side also 4 consecutive factors, 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. So now comparing both sides, n value is equal to 10, because your left hand side 4 factors in the decreasing order, right hand side also 4 factors, 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. So by comparing LHS and RHS, we'll get n is equal to 10. We'll see one more question based on this application of combination NCR formula. So here in this question, very important question, this is for 2 marks. If NPR is equal to 5040 and NCR is equal to 210, find N and R. Both the values you have to find. So from the formula, we know that NPR by NCR is equal to R factorial. We know this formula. Just now only we have learned NPR is equal to NCR into R factorial. So from that formula, NPR by NCR is equal to R factorial. So now NPR value is 5040 and NCR value 210. If you divide numerator by denominator, you'll get 24. 24 can be written as 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That is 4 factorial. Why we are writing like this? Because left hand side R factorial is there, right hand side 24 is there. In the factorial notation, we can write 24 as 4 factorial. Now R factorial is equal to 4 factorial, then R value is equal to 4. So here we have to find both N and R values. Already we got R value. So R value 4 means this NC4 is equal to 210. The second application here, NC4 will be 210. Already previous slide we did the same question. NC4 value 210, then N value is how much we got? 10 we got. In the previous slide, same question we did. NC4 is equal to 210, then N is equal to 10. In the examination, you have to do both. We should not write like this. NC4 is equal to 210 and N is equal to 10. Again, you have to calculate and you have to find the N value, and you have to finally you have to write N is equal to 10 in the examination. Next, if N and R are integers with 0 less than or equal to R less than or equal to N, then NCR is equal to NCN minus R. This is one formula. We should remember this formula. NCR is equal to NCN minus R. So we'll see its solution. NCN minus R I took. That is right hand side part I took here. So NCN minus R, I applied the formula, NCR formula. What is NCR formula? N factorial divided by N minus R factorial. R means in the place of R, what is there? N minus R is there. That's why in the place of R, I wrote N minus R into R factorial actually formula. So in the place of R here, N minus R is there. So N minus R factorial. So total N factorial divided by N minus R factorial into N minus R factorial. If you remove this bracket here, N minus N both will get cancelled. Minus of minus plus R factorial will be there. And next N minus R factorial as it is. This part becomes R factorial because N and minus N will get cancelled. So R factorial. The second part as it is N minus R factorial. So this is again in which form? N factorial divided by N minus R factorial into R factorial. This is nothing but NCR. This is NCR formula. So NC N minus R is equal to NCR. These two are equal. We should remember this formula while calculating, while doing problems, we'll use this formula. NCR is equal to NC n minus R. Next, one more formula, this is also very important. NCR is equal to NCS. If NCR is equal to NCS, both are equal, then R is equal to S or N is equal to R plus S. If NCR and NCS both are equal, then R and S are equal. That is one case. Second case is N is equal to R plus S. So we'll see NCR is equal to NCS. Here both N's are same. Then R and S also same. Then R is equal to S. Next, second part, N is equal to R plus S, you have to prove. So we know that in the previous slide, what we have learned, NCR is equal to NC n minus R. So in the place of NCR, we can write NC n minus R. Here NCR is equal to NCS given thing. In the place of NCR, what I wrote is NC n minus R using previous formula. So NC n minus R is equal to NCS. Here N and N both are same. So N minus R is equal to S. So N minus R is equal to S means N is equal to R plus S. So you should remember this as a formula. If NCR is equal to NCS, then R and S both are equal, or otherwise N is equal to R plus S. N value, by adding these two R and S, you'll get N value. So based on this, we'll see one example. If NC5 is equal to NC6, then find 13CN. NC5 is equal to NC6, then find 13CN. So same formula, NCR is equal to NCS. If you use R is equal to S, I told, but here first case does not apply because 5 is not equal to 6. 5 is not equal to 6. What is the second case now? N is equal to R plus S. What is R here? 5. What is S here? 6. So R is equal to 5 and S is equal to 6. Therefore, N value R plus S, 6 plus 5, that is 11 using our previous formula. Now N value we got 11. So 13CN we have to find. 13C11. So 11 is very big number. So that's why already using one more formula. NCR is equal to NC N minus R here. So 13C11 value is equal to 13C2. How we got this 2? NCR is equal to NC N minus R. N minus R means 13 minus 11. 13 here, N value, R value 11. 13 minus 11 is equal to 2. So 13C11 is equal to 13C2. So 13C2 value 13 into 12 by 2 into 1. So 2 times in decreasing order, denominator 2 factorial 2 into 1. If you simplify this, you'll get 78. We'll see one more question based on this. If 15C2R minus 1 is equal to 15C2R plus 4, then find R value. Similar problem, NCR is equal to NCS, then R is equal to S or N is equal to R plus S using that formula. Here NCR is equal to NCS. If you take R and S both are equal, equating, what you'll get again the question, same problem you'll erase. What is this? 2R minus 1 is equal to 2R plus 4. If you write 2R will get cancelled. Minus 1 is equal to 4. It is wrong. So the second case, what is the second case? N is equal to, N means here 15, is equal to R plus S. What is R here? 2R minus 1 is R. In the place of S, 2R plus 4. So NCR is equal to NCS. If you apply the formula, R is equal to S does not applicable because these two are not equal. Therefore, N is equal to R plus S. You have to apply. N means 15. 15 is equal to 2R minus 1 plus 2R plus 4. So now 2R plus 2R is 4R. 4 minus 1 is 3. So that is 15 is equal to 4R plus 3. Next, if you bring left hand side, 4R is equal to 12. So R value 12 divided by 4, that is equal to 3. So in this way, you have to find R value. Next, prove that NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to N plus 1 CR. This is also one of the important theorem. Very easy to prove. Again, just application of our formula, NCR formula. What is NCR formula? N factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So using that formula, we'll prove. First, I'll take LHS, left hand side part I will take here. Left hand side, NCR minus 1 plus NCR. NCR minus 1 formula, n factorial divided by n minus r minus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial. Because the difference is here in the place of r minus 1 is there. So in the formula, wherever r is there, in the place of r, you have to write r minus 1. So n factorial divided by n minus r minus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial. Plus second one is NCR. NCR formula same, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Next, further simplification, one more step if you write n factorial divided by n minus r plus 1 factorial. See here, minus of minus, minus r and minus of minus will be plus 1. So n minus r plus 1 factorial into r minus 1 factorial. Second part as it is, n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. That is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r minus 1 factorial. I took common in both the terms. In first term, if you observe, n factorial numerator is common in both the terms. In the denominator, if you observe, here r minus 1 factorial is there in first term. Second term, r factorial can be written as r into r minus 1 factorial. Already we know that. So r into r minus 1 factorial, if you write, we can take common r minus 1 factorial. So remaining what is left here in the second place, r only. So here 1 by r. In the first part, if you observe, n minus r plus 1 factorial can be written as n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial because less than 1. So n minus r plus 1, if you subtract 1, n minus r you will get. So n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial. So now I took common n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r minus 1 factorial. So in the first part, numerator is n factorial, already we took common, 1 will be there. Denominator n minus r plus 1 will be there. In the second part, here r factorial written as r into r minus 1 factorial. R minus 1 factorial took common here. So 1 by r. So now if you simplify this second part, the red color part, if you simplify LCM, n minus r plus 1 into r. LCM is n minus r plus 1 into r. So numerator will be n minus r plus 1 plus r. R and minus r will get cancelled. N plus 1 will be there in the numerator after simplification. Now if you observe here, the total term numerator is n plus 1 into n factorial. N plus 1 into n factorial gives n plus 1 factorial. Denominator also, if you observe, n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial as n plus 1 minus r factorial. Same thing only we are written here. N minus r plus 1 factorial only factorized here. Again, if you multiply these two, n minus r plus 1 into n minus r factorial, you'll get n plus 1 minus r factorial into r into r minus 1 factorial. You see here, r minus 1 factorial here r. So r into r minus 1 factorial, again r factorial. So this is n plus 1 factorial divided by n plus 1 minus r factorial into r factorial. That is nothing but n plus 1 CR. N plus 1 CR expansion, if you do it using NCR formula, n plus 1 factorial divided by n plus 1 minus r factorial into r factorial. So in this way, we have to prove this theorem or formula. So you should remember this formula while calculating problem. We'll use this formula. So what is this formula? Once again, NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to n plus 1 CR. Here r minus 1 and r. These two you have to observe. Then here n plus 1 CR. You should remember this formula. So application of this formula, we'll do some questions. If 9C3 plus 9C5 is equal to 10CR, then find R. This is a question. See here, 9C3 plus 9C5 is equal to 10CR given. If you apply our formula, NC n minus r and NC r minus 1 plus NC r is there. One is r minus 1, one is r should be there. But here not like this. One is 3, one is 5. These two should be consecutive. Means one is r minus 1. But in the given question, here 3 given, 5 given. These two are not consecutive. So directly we cannot apply our formula. So for that we have to change the given question here. 9C3, already we know that NCR is equal to NCn minus R. 9C3 can be written as 9C9 minus 3, that is equal to 9C6. So if you write in the place of 9C3, 9C6 if you write, what will happen? 9C6 plus 9C5. 6 and 5 will be consecutive. One is R minus 1. So like that should be there. So what I did is 9C3 in the place of 9C3, I wrote 9C6. Now the given question becomes 9C6 plus 9C5 is equal to given 10CR. So what is our formula? NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. So this is our formula. See once, NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to N plus 1 CR. So in the place of N, which number is there? 9 is there. Here R is 6. R minus 1 is 5. 6 minus 1 is 5. So in the place of N is 9. In the place of R is 6. So using our formula, N plus 1 CR. N plus 1 means 9 plus 1. That is 10. C6, R value 6. So 10C6 is equal to 10CR, that is given in the question. So 10C6 is equal to 10CR, then R is equal to 6. So in this way, you have to find the given R value. So how to find once again here 9C3 and 9C5. So directly these two are not consecutive. Whenever these two numbers are consecutive means one is R minus 1. Then only we can apply this formula. So for that, first you have to write this given question 9C3 as 9C9 minus 3, that is 9C6. Then we can apply our formula NCR plus NCR minus 1, that is equal to N plus 1 CR. By comparing these two, R is equal to 6. Next, one more question, very interesting question. This is simplify 34C5 plus sigma R equal to 0 to 4, 38 minus R C4. So here see 34C5 plus sigma R is equal to 0 to 4, 38 minus R C4. So in the place of R, what you have to write here? 0 to 4. Sigma indicates summation. Summation means sum of all the terms. So by taking R equal to 0 to 4, first time you have to take R value as 0, next 1, next 2, next 3, next 4. From 0 to 4 you have to take. So then the given question means expansion of the given question is 34C5 first term is as it is. Now 38 minus 0 C4. So in the place of R, I put 0 first. Then it becomes 38 minus 0 C4. After that 1, 38 minus 1 C4. Next 2, 38 minus 2 C4. Next 3, 38 minus 3 C4. Next and last, that is only 4. We are given question sigma value, that is summation. In between all, why we took this place? Because summation means sum of all the terms. So from where to where? R value 0 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 4 only you have to take. Now simplification is 38 minus 0 means 38 only, that is 38 C4. First term as it is. Second term 38 minus 1, this is the third term now. 38 minus 1, that is 37 C4 plus 38 minus 2, that is 36 C4 plus 38 minus 3, that is 35 C4 plus 38 minus 4, that is 34 C4. Now you observe is 34 C5 plus 38 C4 plus 37 C4 plus 36 C4 plus 35 C4 plus 34 C4. Here n value same, then R and R minus 1. These two are, if you observe first and last term, 34 C5 and 34 C4. Here 34 n value same, and here R value 5, R minus 1 value 4. These two are consecutive, 5 and 4. So for these two terms, we can apply our formula. So what is our formula? NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR. So that is 34C4 plus 34C5 is equal to 34 plus 1, that is 35C5. Now 35C5 place, it's the before term 35C4. For these two terms, again we can apply the same formula. Here 35 n value same, r value 5 here, r minus 1 is 4. These two are again consecutive, n value same. We can apply the formula NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to n plus 1 CR. That is 36C5 will get from these two terms if you add. So that is only I write here. Instead of these two terms, I wrote 36C5. Now you see the before term 36C4 plus 36C5. Again, these two terms, we can apply the same formula because n and n same here 36, 36. Here r value 5, r minus 1 value is 4. If you apply the same formula, this becomes 36 plus 1, that is 37C4. So 37C5 here, r value 5 plus 37C4 already is there. Again, the same formula we can apply. These two, 37C4 plus 37C5, that is 38C5. Again, 38, for instead of these two terms, we got 38C5. Now, first term here, 38C4. So, 38C4 plus 38C5, that is equal to, again, the same formula, NCR plus NCN minus R. NCR minus 1, that is, here n value 38, 38 same, r value is 5, r minus 1 value is 4, so that is 39C5. NCR plus NCR minus 1 is equal to n plus 1, 38 plus 1, that is 39. CR, r value 5. So in this way, we can simplify this question. Next, find the number of ways of forming a committee of 5 members from 6 men and 3 ladies. Find the number of ways of forming a committee of 5 members from 6 men and 3 ladies. So to form a committee, we have to select the members. So selection comes under combination. So by reading the question, we have to understand that here forming a committee of 5 members from 6 men and 3 ladies. 6 men and 3 ladies, total how many members are there? 9 members are there. So out of 9 members, how many members we have to select? 5 members committee is asking the question. So out of 9 members, we have to select only 5 members. This can be done in 9C5 ways. Here no condition, no restriction. In some questions, they will be given some conditions, some restrictions. What type of conditions will be given? In the committee, at least 2 ladies or at least 4 men, like that will be given. In this question, no restriction, no condition. That's why total how many members are there? 6 men and 3 ladies. Total 9 members are there. So out of 9 members, here how many members you have to select? 5 members you have to select. So out of 9 members, 5 members can be selected in 9C5 ways. If you want, you can simplify it. Otherwise, you can leave it like this. Next question is, find the number of ways of selecting a committee of 6 members out of 10 members, always including a specified member. You see, in the previous question and this question, the difference. Here also, selecting a committee, selection means again combination. So, but here condition given. What is the condition in this question? Always including a specified member. This is the condition. In the previous problem, no condition. Only 5 members out of 6 men and 3 ladies. But in this question, out of 10 members, we have to select 6 members. But the condition is always including a specified member. So what we have to do is, in the committee already one specified member is there. So remaining how many members you have to select? Only 5 members. Because in the 6 members committee, the specified members always including. So one specified member included. So already is there. So then you have to select only 5 members. Out of how many members? Because out of 10 members, the specified member already we have taken. So remaining 9 members only will be there. So from the remaining 9 members, we have to select only 5 members. Because a specified member already included. So already included, that's why 6 members committee becomes only 5 members because 1 member already included. So you have to select only 5 members from the remaining 9 members. This can be done in 9C 5 ways. So in this way, we have to do questions from combination, selection. Whenever in the given question, selecting a committee or how many ways we can select means you should use combination. Combination is nothing but a selection. Selection is nothing but a combination. Remember it. Now in this question, find a number of ways of selecting. Again, you see this word, selecting. So whenever in the given question, selecting, immediately should remember that it is a combination. So whenever the word arranging is there, it is a permutation. Arrangement of object is permutation. Selection of objects is combination. So in the given question, find a number of ways of selecting 3 vowels and 2 consonants from the letters of the word equation. First, what you should do? The word equation contains how many vowels and how many consonants. So equation, the word contains 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U, all the 5 vowels are there in the word equation. And how many consonants are there? 3 consonants. What are the 3 consonants? Q, T, and N. So now our question is, out of these 5 vowels, how many vowels we have to select? 3 vowels. How many ways can be done? 5C, 3 ways. Now, how many consonants are there? 3 consonants are there. Out of 3 consonants, how many consonants you have to select here? 2 consonants given. So that is 3C, 2 ways. Out of 3 consonants, 2 consonants can be selected in 3C, 2 ways. So total number of ways, you have to multiply these 2. Again, why we are multiplying these 2? Fundamental principle. Our first principle, counting principle. Already I told, very important principle. So first work can be done in M ways, second work can be done in N ways, both the works can be done in M into N ways. So you have to multiply these 2, 5C3 into 3C2. That gives total number of ways. Next, find the number of ways of giving 4 similar coins to 5 boys if each boy can be given any number less than or equal to 4 of coins. See the question once again. Find a number of ways of giving 4 similar coins. Here given 4 coins are similar. So we cannot find any difference. All are similar coins. To how many boys? 5 boys. If each boy can be given any number means here whether 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, because how many coins are there? 4 coins are there. So any number means, that's why given in the bracket also, less than or equal to 4. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. 1 coin or 2 coins or 3 coins or 4 coins, because given 4 similar coins. To how many boys? 5 boys. So now come to the solution. First, out of 5 boys, we have to select 1 boy and giving all the 4 coins to that boy. So out of 5 boys, selecting 1 boy. How many ways we can select? 5C1 ways. Out of 5 members, selecting 1 person. 5C1. C means combination. Combination means selection. And giving these 4 similar coins to that boy. That is one case. Now the second case is, out of 5 boys, selecting 2 boys and giving these 4. So here 2 different cases will be there. Here boy 1, boy 2, if you take these 2 members, first boy can get 1 and second boy 3, or first boy 3, second boy 1. So like the 2 cases, or both 2 also we can take, but that case will be different case. Why it is different? Because coins are similar. Which boy has 2 coins we cannot determine. That's why out of these 2 here cases, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2 cases are there. This is one case, 2C1 you have to select. So what is 5C2 meaning is, out of 5 boys, selecting 2 boys. That is 5C2. Into 2C1 means what? Here 2 cases, 1 and 3, 3 and 1. So first boy will have 1 coin and second boy 3 and 3 and 1. 1, 3, 3, 1 means we can differentiate. But both are having 2, 2, we cannot differentiate because similar coins are there. Which boy has 2 coins we cannot find. So that's why you have to take again, this is the second case. What is the second case in the selecting 2 boys and giving 2 coins to first boy and giving 2 coins to second boy. This I am considering as a different case because coins are similar. Two number equally is there. We cannot find which two coins are having which boy, either boy 1 or boy 2. We cannot find. That's why we should consider this as a second separate case. Next case is selecting 3 boys. Out of 10 boys, we have to, out of 5 boys, we have to select 3 boys. This can be done in 5C3 ways. For 3 boys, how many ways we can give? Like this we can give. So 2, 1, 1 because of 4 gifts are there. So 4 coins are there here, 4 similar coins. So boy 1, boy 2, boy 3. 3 boys are there. So 2, 1, 1 or 1, 2, 1 or 1, 1, 2. So in this way, we can give these 3. Out of the 3, any one case we have to take, that is 3C1. So 3C1 meaning here 3 cases are there, 2, 1, 1 or 1, 2, 1 or 1, 1, 2. Means selecting 3 boys and giving 4 coins to these 3 boys in 3 ways. Out of the 3, any one we have to select, that is 3C1. So 5C3 into 3C1, its value is 30. Next case, selecting how many boys? 4 boys, because 5 boys are given and 4 coins, 4 similar coins are there. So how many ways we can select 4 boys? In 5C, 4 ways, and giving only one way. How this one way? 1 coin to first boy, 1 coin to second, 1 coin to third, 1 coin to fourth. So like this, B1, B2, B3, 4 boys are there, giving 1, 1, 1 coin to each boy. So in this way, we can give all the 4 similar coins to 5 boys. So total number of ways, adding all these, you'll get 20 plus 10 plus 30 plus 5 plus this 5, total 70. Next, our next topic is the number of ways of selecting one or more things out of n dissimilar things is 2 to the power of n minus 1. Here selecting one or more things out of n dissimilar things. Here n things are given. So you have to take n boxes like permutation. So n boxes I am taking here. Number of ways of selecting one or more things. So if you take first box, how many chances you can select or do not select? Selecting or not selecting. 2 choices are there for each box. Selecting and not selecting. Second box also selecting and not selecting. And selecting, not selecting third box also. Like that n boxes are there. You have to multiply 2 into 2 into 2 into n times. That is 2 to the power of n. Then what about this minus 1? Here what I am saying is first box has 2 chances, that is selecting or not selecting. Second box also has 2 chances, that is selecting or not selecting. Third also selecting and not selecting. Suppose in first box 2 chances, selecting or not selecting. I am not selected this one. Second also not selected. Third also not selected. Fourth also not selected. Like the 10th one also not selected. Then what will happen? The given question is number of ways of selecting one or more. At least one you have to select. So not selecting all the case, we have to subtract. That is one case. What is that one case? Not selecting the case. Here 2, 2, 2, 2. Why you are written here? Every box has 2 chances. So here n things are there, n dissimilar things are there. So first thing or first box can be selecting or not selecting 2 ways. 2 chances are there. Second also 2 chances. Third also 2 chances. Fourth box also 2 chances. Similarly, nth box also has 2 chances, selecting or not selecting. Suppose you're not selecting case, if you take all, you won't select anything out of the given n things. But in the given statement, selecting one or more. So that's why not selecting case, you have to subtract. All are not selected, that case you have to subtract. So that's why 2 to the power of n minus 1. So now one example we'll see based on this concept. For every object here, 2 possibilities, either selecting or not selecting the object. So that's why 2 chances are there. So now to pass an examination, here see this example, our textbook example question. To pass an examination, a student has to pass in each of the 3 papers. In how many ways can a student fail in the examination? So here to pass an examination, a student has to pass in each of the 3 papers. In how many ways can a student fail in the examination? This is a given question. So now 3 papers, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 I took. So every paper 2 chances are there. How 2 chances? Passing the first paper, fail. Pass or fail. So 2 chances are there. So that is total 2 cube. So 2 into 2 into 2. So here what is asking, how many ways can a student fail in the examination? When he fail to pass examination, a student has to pass in each of the three papers. So all the three papers passing. Here two cases are what? Fail or pass. First paper 1. Paper 2, fail or pass. Paper 3, pass or fail. Two chances here. Two cases here. So 2 into 2 into 2 from our fundamental principle 2 cube. But if I consider the case, if he pass first paper, here also passing the second paper, here also passing the third paper. If all the three papers pass, then he is passed. But our question is, how many ways a student can fail the examination? Failing. So that one case you have to subtract. That one case you have to minus. So each paper has two chances, pass or fail. So in fail means paper 1 or paper 2 or paper 3. So every paper has two chances. A student has to passes only passes all the three papers. That is only one case. Passing first paper, passing second paper, passing third paper. Then he passes the examination. But question is, how many ways can a student fail the examination? So that one case you have to subtract. That is 2 cube minus 1. So 8 minus 1, answer is 7. Now, number of positive divisors of a number integer n. So number of positive divisors or factors, both are same. So here n is an integer which is in the form of p1 to the power of a1 into p2 to the power of a2 and p3 to the power of a3 and so on, pk to the power of ak. Here p1, p2, p3 and so on are prime numbers, and a1, a2, a3 and ak are non-zero integers. Non-negative integers, should not be negative. And p1, p2, p3, p and so on are what? Prime numbers. So any number, any integer, if you write in this form, prime number to the power and another prime number to the power, so like that, the number of positive divisors formula is a1 plus 1 into a2 plus 1 into a3 plus 1 and so on, ak plus 1. Next, number of proper divisors. Proper divisor means excluding one and that number. Excluding one and that number means our answer automatically a1 plus 1 into a2 plus 1 into a3 plus 1 and so on, ak plus 1 minus 2. Why this minus 2? Factor 1 and that number. So for every number, 1 and that number also factors. So excluding these two, so minus 2. So number of positive divisors means total you have to write, and proper divisors means you excluding this one and itself you have to write. So you'll see the one example for this question using this formula. So find the number of positive divisors of 1080. So first what you have to write, the given number you have to write in the prime numbers to the powers. So 1080 I wrote 108 into 10. So 108 again 12 nines are 108 into 10. Again this 12 has 3 fours, 3 has 3 into 3, 10 has 2 into 5. Meaning is prime numbers to the powers. 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, 5 is a prime number. So now 4 we can write as 2 square. So 2 square into 1 more 2, that is 2 cube. Next 3 into 3 into 3, that is 3 cube. And 5 only 1 is there, 5 to the power of 1. So now the given number, given integer 1080, we can write prime numbers to the powers 2 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 3 into 5 to the power of 1. Now you have to consider these are 3 and 1. So this is a1, a2, a3. As per our formula, number of positive divisors or number of factors are 3 plus 1 into 3 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. Because a1 plus 1 into a2 plus 1 plus a3 plus 1. So this is 4 into 4 into 2, that is 32. Here small number given, easily we can write, suppose number of divisors of 24 in number given. So we can write 24 as 2 cube into 3. So 2 cube into 3, so 8 3s are 24, power 3 is there, and here 3 power 1 is there. So 4 2s are 8 factors you'll get. But number is very big number like this 1080 or 10800. We should follow this method. If you use this method, easily we can find number of positive divisors. So first the given number, what you have to write? Prime numbers to the powers. So 2 to the power of 3, 3 to the power of 3 and 5 to the power of 1 here in this question. So now number of positive integers formula, here a1 plus 1, that is 3 plus 1. A2 plus 1, that is 3 plus 1, into A3 plus 1, that is 1 plus 1. So 4 into 4 into 2, that is 32. So number of positive divisors to that number is 32. Now, what we have learned in this question today's session: definition of combination. Combination definition means selection of objects. Next, proving NCR minus 1 plus NCR is equal to N plus 1 CR. This is also very important formula. We should remember this formula. Next, some applications. How many ways selecting a committee? So applications of combination, generally selecting a committee of 6 members out of 10 members, selecting 5 members out of 10 members, or how many ways we can select vowels and consonants from the word equation. Like that, such type of applications we have learned today class. Next, finding the number of positive divisors and proper divisors also. So positive divisors formula including 1 and that number. Proper divisors is excluding 1 and that is -2. Today's our brain teaser question. Now the practice work here, giving for practice purpose. So before going to the practice work, today's brain teaser, 4 letters and 4 address envelopes are given to you. So how many ways we can put all the letters such that exactly one letter goes into the wrong envelope or envelope not meant for it. So exactly one envelope not meant for that means remaining 3 letters should be in the right envelopes. Whenever three letters you are inserting into 3 correct envelopes, automatically remaining 1 will be the same address envelope will be there. So answer is 0. So 4 letters and 4 address envelope. Exactly 1 letter goes into wrong envelope. Exactly 1 letter goes into wrong envelope is not possible, because exactly 1 letter goes into wrong envelope means remaining 3 should be in right envelopes. Whenever 3 letters be the, so it's not possible. 0 is the answer for that. Now the practice work for your combinations. Find a number of ways of selecting 11-member cricket team from 7 batsmen, 6 bowlers, and 2 wicket keepers, so that the team gains 2 wickets and at least. Next, find a number of ways of forming a committee of 4 members out of 6 boys and 4 girls, such that there is at least 1 girl in the committee. So whenever the given question selecting is there, always you should combination. A committee, forming a committee or selecting members, whenever selection or forming a committee is there, you should use always combination. So this is the today's session. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Mohyuddin sir. It was really elaborative and very detailed explanation was given to the students. Hope students will get benefited and then try to improve their learning with the practice questions that you have given, sir.
Okay,
it was
madam.
wonderful. It was wonderful to have you in the team.
Thank you
Thank you
so much.
sir.
Okay, madam.